Hello, welcome back after a long break to Mark's garage. So what we're finally doing is being back in the garage, dealing with some personal issues, family issues, going through divorce right now. So I had to put some of the projects to the side for now, but I needed to get in here and finish up working on the Ducati and installing the Motocorse suspension linkage, billet suspension linkage that I bought quite some time ago. I never got around to putting it in. So I'm broke down working on that. Got it started, got all the fairings off of it. Got the rear sets off. Went through, loosened some bolts for the suspension, loosened the swing arm pivot bolts. We'll be replacing those with titanium versions as well. North side here, got basically everything stripped off. What we're going to need to do next is we're going to need to suspend the rear of the bike so we can drop the swing arm down, because we have to get those two bolts in there behind the swing arm. Got to drop the swing arm to get those two bolts out. Very dumb design by Ducati, of course, but to basically be able to get that linkage out of there. You have to drop that swing arm down rather than just be able to slide it all out of there. So once we do that, kind of got an idea on what I'm going to do for lifting the rear of the bike. What we're going to do is we're going to slide a pipe through here, lift the bike up, set it down on some sawhorses. These sawhorses are rated for 900 pounds, so I think we'll be all right with that. And the pipe, and we're going to elevate it with the subframe, hanging off the subframe. And that way we drop the swing arm down. So fingers crossed, hope it's going to work. Hope we're not going to damage anything. Hope we're not going to drop the bike. So a little worried on that. Normally what you do is put some jack stands under the rear sets or maybe the cases or anything like that, but just the Ducati does not work for that. Not even really a good place to lift underneath the bike with a jack. So I've seen some people hang them like the rafters and stuff like that. It's not really an option in my garage. Seen people using engine hoists, which I don't have, to hang the rear swing arm off of it. But we're going to try that. We're going to try and lift it up and secure it with those with a pipe through there. I'm going to put a towel down so it doesn't scratch up the subframe. And fingers crossed it'll work. So that'll be a pretty hilarious video. That won't be posted on the internet if it does fall. So got that over there, and over here, got my parts on the shelf. Get the tank out. I got the rear sets out. The Motocorse pieces over there as well. Off, stays, and just ready. So awful lot of work just to do those suspension linkages. It's kind of why I kind of put it on hold, but we need to get back in and get done and get this video out on for everybody and get this modification. Morning, everybody. Mark here, Mark's Garage again. Back here, shooting the second half of this video on the Motocorse suspension linkage and suspension supports. As you can see, got everything done on the install of the actual parts itself. Now I didn't have a chance to actually shoot while I was in progress of doing it, mainly because the way that I had to support the bike, including the engine and the subframe and the front end, was a little janky, to be honest. And I was kind of in a time crunch. I didn't want to have it suspended more than I needed to and mess around with the time that I had it suspended on jack stands. What I did was I ran a steel tube through the subframe with some pads for support, and then lifted it up and put the ends of that pipe under jack stands so I could support everything. As you can see though, got that linkage on, all the tie hardware on all of it. Suspension, or the swing arm pivot bolts as well. Got that in, ready to start doing reassembly of tonight and getting it back on. But awesome, kind of just a crowning jewel on the suspension there. Looks so much better with the machine billet parts, the tie hardware, versus this is what I took off over here. I'll show you all the kind of the chintzy factory OEM stuff. Really thin, just kind of like strap aluminum there that they use for the dog bones, and kind of the cast pieces there, and the really crappy hardware. But looking good so far. I'll get this video finished up and combined and show you some pictures of the final product once everything's back together. All right, you got the Motocorse rear set mounts on, tightened up, ready to go. Back tire back on. Over here, look at those beautiful pieces. It looks awesome with that titanium swing arm pivot in there, and all the tie hardware. Really, really awesome looking. All right, welcome back to the garage. Quick update here on this. Got the rear sets on, mounted, everything torqued up. All the brake lights adjusted, shifter adjusted on the other side. Went ahead and ordered a couple more tie bolts that I was missing for the exhaust. We'll go ahead and put it back together. I'm not going to wait on them. I'll swap them out later when I get them. But just a couple bolts that looked out of place under there that came with the exhaust. That all set up with the Motocorse rear set mounts and kickstand, tie swing arm pivot. Awesome, those look awesome. All right, give you a quick back update. Got everything up under here, tidied up, cable tied up, ready to go. I'm ready to put the tank back on and the fairings back on and exhaust back on. Oh, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Finished up the Ducati here today. All I got left to do now is just to throw the lower fairings on there, and I'm gonna take her out, take some pictures, shoot some pictures and video. Maybe do another full build wrap up video for you guys, since I haven't done one in quite a while, and I think I'm kind of at a stopping point right now for a while with it. Got the Motocorse suspension linkage all buttoned up. Added some last little bits of tie hardware down there for the exhaust. Everything looking good there. So we'll be wrapping this up, throwing the lower fairings on there now here in a little bit. Everything looking really good. Finally glad to get those parts put on there. Go into a little bit on the final wrap up video in the driveway. Kind of what was delaying some of this process and working with the bikes here. I've still got the other ones as well for now. Like I did mention before, going through some family issues and divorce and stuff, so kind of derailed a little bit of my working on the bikes. So that's why I've kind of been away from YouTube for so long too. But I did have fun on this project finally, after deciding to stop procrastinating so much on and go ahead and just do it, since I had all the parts there ready to go. All right, we'll check back here again in just a few minutes. Welcome back to the channel. Mark here from Mark's Garage. Wrapping up the install of all the Motocorse suspension goodies. Linkage, upper and lower shock support, dog bones, rocker, bill aluminum, all tie hardware down there. Got everything wrapped up on this bad boy. Took it for a spin, all seems good. Really enjoyed this project, putting this together. Stay tuned for my channel for more videos hopefully coming up. Got a few more things I want to accomplish on some of the other bikes as well. Right after this, I'm going to do a walk around and kind of a build overview of the V4S here. Kind of going over some of the modifications I've got to it all in one place. If you like those videos, check out the rest of my videos on my channel, where I go through some of these a little bit more detailed, in depth, as far as what I put these, what stuff I put on, and process, and any issues I may have had putting it on. So if you like my channel, like, click, and subscribe. Hopefully I'll do a better job of getting more videos out to you when I can. Have a great day.